A new report has just come out that Junior Motorsports driver and Hendrick Motorsports reserve driver Josh Berry is in talks with Stewart-Haas Racing and that the contract negotiations are almost complete. There have been rumors about Berry potentially going to Stewart-Haas Racing for a couple of months now, but this is the first report talking about a contract almost being signed. So we're going to look at that report, talk about Josh Berry, talk about Stewart-Haas Racing. Is this a good pairing? All that good stuff. So let's start with the actual reports from The Athletic. Jordan Bianchi. Let's read it real quick. Josh Berry and Stewart-Haas Racing are working towards finalizing a contract that would see Berry drive full-time for the team in the NASCAR Cup Series beginning in 2024, and a deal is expected to be completed in the coming weeks. Multiple sources briefed on the negotiations told The Athletic. No contract has been signed yet per the sources. Here's what you need to know. Berry is filling the spot on SHR's Cup roster currently occupied by the retiring Kevin Harvick, where he is expected to be paired with championship-winning crew chief Rodney Childers, who's led Harvick's team for the past 10 years. Berry currently drives full-time in the second-tier Xfinity Series for Junior Motorsports, co-owned by Dale Earnhardt Jr. He also serves as the reserve driver for Hendrick Motorsports and Cup, where he made 8 starts this season, filling in for the injured Chase Elliott and Alex Bowman. So yes, Josh Berry, as I have said, as this has said, has driven in the Xfinity Series for a couple of years now. This is his third full-time season in the Xfinity Series, I think, maybe second. But he has 5 career wins in the Xfinity Series. I believe he made the championship 4 last year. So he's had a pretty successful Xfinity Series career. Started making starts for Junior Motorsports back in 2021 at the age of 30, but had immediate success. So he's been on a lot of people's radars, I feel like, with all the winning and how successful he has been in the Xfinity Series. And obviously it elevated him to a position where he was the reserve driver for Hendrick Motorsports. And when Chase Elliott got injured back at the beginning of March, Josh Berry, because he was in that role, got to step in. And he did a fantastic job. Obviously, that first race at Vegas was not as great because, well, the injury happened Friday. The race was Sunday. Not a lot of prep time on either side's end for Hendrick or Berry. But as time went on, you could see that Berry progressed, and he eventually got a second-place finish at Richmond, which was very impressive. He has 3 top 10s this year, as long as that top 5, as I said, at Richmond. So he's done a pretty good job filling in for both Chase Elliott and Alex Bowman. And I feel like that's what has put him on radars for some of these Cup Series teams. And Stewart-Haas Racing is looking to jump on it. Stewart-Haas Racing, they're kind of a mystery right now. Remember, about, let's call it a decade ago, is where they really started to take off. A little bit over a decade. Tony Stewart won his championship with SHR in 2011, but they really started to take off post Tony Stewart, or, without Tony Stewart in terms of the on-track success around 2014, I would say. Yes, they were still getting wins. I think Ryan Newman won the Brickyard for him in 2013, but 2014, Kevin Harvick won his championship in his first year with SHR. A lot has happened since then. They've changed manufacturers. Obviously, the driver lineup has changed, minus Kevin Harvick, of course. And the success rate has changed. SHR, as I said, about a decade ago, they were winning a championship with Kevin Harvick. And they made a lot of championship fours with Harvick. They made it in 2015. They made it in 2017, 2018, 2019. But that 2019 season was the last time they made the championship four. And, well, let's be honest, they should have made it in 2020. Harvick had 9 wins that year, dominated the season, but because of the format that NASCAR has with the championship, well, Harvick didn't even get a chance to fight for the championship at Phoenix, which is unfortunate. But outside of Harvick, there hasn't been much going on at SHR. You look at just the past 5 years, so since 2018, let's call it, not a lot of wins outside of Harvick. I think Almirola has 2 wins, maybe. Briscoe got his first career win last year. Boyer never won after 2018 with him. I'm trying to think of who else. Priest, obviously, he's only in his first season. Custer's only win was because Kentucky got chaotic. Kurt Busch, I think, won a race there in 2018 at the Bristol Night Race. But so that's what, 4 or 5 wins. Harvick had 9 wins in 2020. That almost doubles what SHR has done in the last 5 years. I don't know what the problem is at SHR, but they've just slowly been trending downwards as time goes on. The wins have gone down, but the only thing that has been consistent for them in terms of success is Kevin Harvick. Kevin Harvick has been the only one consistently winning races for them. He has been the only one competing for championships for him. He's been the only one running up front, being in the front of the points. Kevin Harvick is 3rd in points right now. The next closest is Chase Briscoe, 16th in points, only 5 points ahead of Alex Bowman, who's missed 3 races. So SHR, my question is, what are you going to do without Harvick? This is no shot on Josh Berry. This is nothing against Josh Berry. This is just about how great Kevin Harvick is. Kevin Harvick's an all-time great, first ballot Hall of Famer. He's got, 60 career wins. He's won a championship. He's an all-time great. And my question is, how are you going to elevate the program for Josh Berry? I'm not saying you have to build around Josh Berry. Berry has yet to have a full season in Cup, so, he still has to prove himself, but Berry has shown that he can be a talented driver. He has shown that he can win races in the Xfinity Series, and if you give him a car capable enough in the Cup Series, I'm sure he can get it done as well. But with the way the program is going, with the way SHR is going, how are you going to keep him there? How are you going to make this a long-term thing? How are you going to guarantee Josh Berry that he is going to win races? This is a big move for Josh Berry. He's leaving Junior Motorsports for a Cup team. Yes, you could say, okay, that's easy, but he's switching manufacturers. I feel like that's a pretty big deal to go from Chevy to Ford. He's been with Chevy with Junior Motorsports this whole time. Junior Motorsports has backed him. Dale Jr. has backed him. I don't think it's anything against Dale Jr. Junior Motorsports or Chevy. I think it's just a fantastic opportunity for Josh Berry that he can't turn down, and I don't blame him for taking this opportunity. This is a fantastic opportunity. So SHR, I don't know what it is, but they really do, in my opinion, have to pick it up. Obviously, I'm sure they're not happy with how their results have been the past few years. They're looking to elevate it back to where it was about 2014, 2015. So, yeah, SHR is a complicated case right now, but without Harvick, it'll be interesting. But Josh Berry, I think, I want to think he'll do good there. Just depends on what SHR gives him. But Berry is a very talented driver. I think a lot of people like Josh Berry. Seems like a very likable guy. And obviously he's a great race car driver who can win races. So if this ends up happening, obviously the pen to paper has not happened yet. So assuming that the contract negotiations still are nice and that they end up signing those papers, well, we will have a deal done here in the next few weeks, and I will update you on that. So let me know what your thoughts are. Josh Berry to the, well, it also didn't specify the number. Will he be the 4, or will they kind of like retire the 4 in a sense? I'm curious to see what they're going to do. What car number is he going to be? I don't even know what other car numbers SHR's had in the past. Anyways, yeah, so thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your day. And once again, this is like my 2nd straight morning video. So you got a long day ahead of you, but thanks for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day, morning. Yeah, all that stuff.